Hi, I'm Björn, and at SingleID, we help online businesses sell more by providing them with a faster and easier user onboarding tool. We created a button similar to login with Facebook, except that we're not getting the user data from a middleman. We're getting them straight from their smartphones. Signing up and signing in users is a big hurdle for online businesses. Social sign-on has proliferated because the user journey is broken. Yet, the reasons are it provides for a faster onboarding than creating an account, and it doesn't need an extra password. Yet half the users don't use social sign-on. They are worried about their privacy. And it is a double-edged sword for businesses as well. Leaving aside the fact that you can't reach everybody, you're creating a single point of failure by outsourcing your registration process to a third party. Plus, it is only a half-baked solution to begin with, because users still must fill in their billing and shipping details manually. So social sign-on doesn't carry that far. Enter SingleID. With SingleID, you're in total control of your user onboarding process. You're able to reach out to the 49% non-users because we don't have a central server and we don't have any friends list to share. And it's an entirely passwordless process, providing for a frictionless user experience and reducing your IT support calls. So, to sum it up, we're creating value for both users and merchants, and that's why we call it Smart Sign-On. And we have an unfair competitive advantage. Our invention is protected by a US patent, and an international patent application is filed. How do we scale? We don't have 1 billion users to leverage, so we have to go after users and merchants at the same time. We're trying to do that by partnering with mobile network operators that have millions of users and pursue the original PayPal strategy on the merchant side. Our business model is B2B2C. Users pay nothing and businesses pay on a per-use basis. What we're going after is not a niche. We are affecting, the problem that we are solving is affecting every single smartphone user in the world and every e-commerce vendor. This is a $1 trillion market. If we execute well, we are bound to become big. The team, my co-founder Daniel is the whiz kid behind this. I cover the business side. And together we're determined to establish the first real innovation in online identity in 25 years as a standard. For that, we need partners. We are raising money, and we are searching for cooperation partners. Talk to us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And it's time for questions.
Yeah, I mean, it is a huge problem, and I think that little that the previous had that for some reason many don't care. So that's, I think, is the biggest problem about the security, etc. That's why people use Facebook. But I missed the one that how do you do it? So is it an app? You register to that one, and then the other part also has to be then hooked to your device, or?
I can just demo it to you. I think that's the easiest thing, right? So this could be a typical merchant site, right? You have the registration form. You're at the end of the checkout or you're at the beginning, it doesn't matter. Now you have a button like login with Facebook. Now it's called login with SingleID, or fill out. And if you could please type in, I will show you. I have an app here, and this app is looks like this. And this is the number that you see in the middle is my SingleID, and this is actually a master form. And if you type in 966 288 51 and then go, this site sends a push notification onto my smartphone arriving here. It's a read request to ask me to provide the data that is in my master form. I say yes, and the form is filled. You can scroll down maybe a little bit, the page. Right now we have over 100 data fields. It's totally scalable. You can include digital signatures. Even further, we have even scans of documents that you can include. Further. Further. Yeah, this is my passport. So, this is how it works.
So in terms of distribution on the merchant side, are you integrated with any platforms already, like Shopify, BigCommerce, Magento?
We have a plugin ready for WordPress. So it's basically a one-click integration with WordPress. And we also now, that's one of the reasons why we're seeking money. We want to establish plugins for the top 10 platforms, Magento, BigCommerce, and so forth. But we also have a generic plugin that can be integrated by any web programmer in half an hour work.
I think that the most interesting, from my perspective, most interesting thing here is that you are going to collect data.
No,
and
we're not collecting data.
So you do not have data under this ID, but where is it stored?
Every user is custodian of their own data.
So data
Our
is
server
recorded
has
on the device, not somewhere in the cloud.
Our server only serves as a bridge to establish the initial contact between the target system and your smartphone, because the target system, when you input that number, doesn't know where you are. So it arrives at our system, and we know that this single ID belongs to that device, and we forward it. And then the data are sent directly via SSL to the target system.
Okay, it's a pity, because then you could analyze that and then...
No, it's not a pity. It's exactly what we don't want to do.
I fully understand. But on the other hand, it's...
Yeah.
So one more question about the team.
Yeah.
So how many people are working on this?
Two.
Two
There's me and Daniel. Daniel is the programmer.
Okay.
And we've developed this as not as a native app, as a web application, HTML5 and the phone app.
So in terms of marketing and user acquisition or customer acquisition, how we will call it, you have no one basically who will do the job, right?
Not yet. I mean, we focused on the product and on the IP side, the patent side, and now we're starting. We're having first discussions with mobile network operators in Germany. Yeah.
Daniel, is he Russian or Ukrainian or?
Italian.
Italian. Okay, so I met your direct competitor last week, I believe, and they do have some patents, or at least PCT application, something like this. So I think for you it's more or less.
Thank you very much. Round of applause.
Thank you.